Hello all, my name is Vanya Mortis, and welcome back to CrafterSMP. For the final time. Now, if you saw my last episode, you'll be familiar with this place. This is the minigame, the Elimination Ledger. It probably looks a little different than what you saw in that video, because I'm filming this before we actually play that final round. I just want to get started on my checklist, finalizing a couple of things. Crafters was my very first SMP, and honestly, I could not have chosen a better one. I'm not gonna lie. It had its issues, like anything would, but I found some really fun people to play with, and I made some really cool things. But it's just gotten to the point where it's time to move forward, and a lot of the other people on the server agree with that. It's time for a new chapter, it's time for a new thing. But before we move on to that, we've got to finish up with what we have here. And that's going to begin with a final restock of the junk drawer. Now, I'm not really going to restock the bounties, because, let's be real, I'm not going to need anything in a little bit. But I do want to put out the last of the heads. Looks like we have enough for one, maybe two more places. Where can we stick one? I'm thinking one here, and then this other one. I can't find a space in the junk drawer I think I like, so why don't we go ahead, let's stick it in the tree. I picked out some particularly interesting ones, including a couple people heads. Next order of business, I need to go to my base, but I'm gonna go ahead and take these guys all with me. Excuse me, excuse me. Have I got everyone? You're not on a lead. I know the llamas don't need to be. And because I have Frostwalker, I can just walk them there. This river actually connects all the way back to my base, so this should be pretty easy. And there she is. Home sweet home. What a group. I forgot I was still wearing that. You know what, let's go ahead. Let's fill that hole for you. There you go. Big happy family. Obviously, this space did not get finished. I did not have much more concepted, so it's not a real complete loss. I at least want to get this little section that I had up a little more finished. I want to actually replace those banners with what is supposed to be there, and I want to get the copper waxed. So let's see. Trader! Welcome to the cult. Welcome, welcome. Ta-da! It looks like teeth. Teeth banners. Teeth banners. Okay. Let's get the rest of this fixed up real quick. Much better. Just waxing the copper and getting it back to the correct stage. It just adds a lot. I'm a bit sorry that I never came back to this project in particular, but it's okay. Sometimes projects aren't meant to be finished. and other stuff becomes more important. Oh my god, I've got more heads. Those can just live there. I am gonna go ahead and move the mules. Look at them all just... You guys are weird. I still have a lead. One of them is not tied up. Alright. One of you gets the illusion of freedom. Good luck finding out who's who. I really wish there was somewhere I could really go on a mule ride, but the server's not very walkable. I had a lot more plans for this place, but lack of motivation, particularly from a server being partially inactive. I'm okay leaving that where it is. There was also, just over the hill here, something I set up, and I haven't filmed anything about it yet, but I set up this tent a little bit ago, Dig Site Alpha, like complete with brush setup and all that, because there is a trail ruin right here, and I was gonna spend some time digging it out, but that didn't happen either, and that's okay. Now, the final thing I want to do is I want to make my pillar in the hub in the mini games hub that Spell made. We all have pillars there, and I had been hemming and hawing over concepts for what I wanted to do, but I never really landed on one I really liked, so I think I'm just gonna wing it. We're gonna try and go for a similar block palette to what I've got going on here. So we'll just take some of these and let's try and throw something together. In case you're curious, by the way, the birds are staying. So, the pillar we chose was this one here. And I love this idea for a community build. And there's some really fun pillar designs here. But I could just never land on one I really liked. So maybe the solution is to just wing it. I also feel a little bit bad because I asked for all of this nether brick in the junk drawer. And then now I am no longer using it to finish my base. You know what? Maybe this would be better as a time lapse. Cue the montage. Alright, there we go. Our tower is done. I don't know, I'm not 100% happy with it, but I think that it is fine. It is a weird block palette I chose to work with for my base, and I do like that I actually got to use some of the blocks I collected for that. I think it works, for sure. I think I definitely like it more than the concepts in my flat world, so I'll consider that a win. I have also gone ahead and did some more restocking of the junk drawer, which I have spared you watching me do that. I went ahead and cleared out all of the chests in my storage and pulled out anything that I thought might be of use to anyone and put it all for sale in here. And I also adjusted prices a little bit on a handful of things. I think I will get another batch of ultra rare heads out. I think I want to do one more batch. I think I can do that. We can do another 3 head set. I will take a second and get those put together and meet you back at the shopping district. It's been a lot of back and forth, hasn't it? And here we are. The next and final set of heads on the CrafterSMP server. I don't know why those won't stack, but they won't. So, they're there. I was originally only going to get ultra rares, but there were a couple of rare heads I really wanted to do too. And then the rares just need put in chests. Honestly, I'll probably just come through and remove some of the commons. Alright. There it is. Am I done? I think that's it. It's strange. I'm really ready to go, but it's bittersweet in a way. I had a lot of fun on this server. Then made some things I'm very proud of. I am a horribly sentimental person. And it feels strange. It feels strange to call that it. There's very talented people here. And some fantastic builds. Plenty of good times, good videos, good memories. But when it's time for something new, it's time for something new. And I want to make it perfectly clear that there's no ill will between me and any of the other people on here. In fact, I still plan on making content with quite a few of them. It's just that really, for as fun as Crafters was, it always felt like it was on its last threads, even when we joined. Adding newbies mid-season helped a little bit, but it should have been a big red flag about the life of this server in the long run. If you want more Crafters, I'll leave links to the others' channels in the description of this video. And if you want more of me, and haven't yet, give this video a like, give me a follow, because even though this is the end of this chapter, I'm not going anywhere. I hope you like this as much as I did, and I hope you'll join me going forward into the next chapter. You know what? Actually, let's head back to the base, and I'll leave my things for whoever may need them. You know what? I'm not gonna leave it here. I honestly feel like my base is not really indicative of my time on this server. I obviously spent most of my time at the junk drawer, but there's already plenty of my things there. I also spent a very large chunk of time out here above the end. I did not build this castle, and I have no idea who did, but I did a lot out here, and I haven't talked about it much, and it won't be obvious where I left it. So if someone does actually get their hands on my things, I know at least that they didn't just stumble upon it, and that they actually watched this video and have earned it. There we go. I guess I'll see you around.